Hey, so I don't know if this video will be effective at all, but nonetheless it could be perhaps an example to others. I really don't know. It's partially a response to Philip DeFranco's one of his latest videos. I'll link it in the description, of course. And it's about the minimum wage. Why the $15 minimum wage is bad, and how to beyond triple your paycheck. You want to have money to be able to live, sustain yourself, and support your family. Thus, it stands to reason that if you earned more money, you would be able to do that. And this is true. It is substantial to note that arbitrarily raising your wage due to need and not work is not earning more money, but being given more money. The relevance of that is that the marketplace of prices reflecting what people want and need becomes skewed and altered, creating later catastrophe. You know this as market booms and busts. They occur because of government interference. While the minimum wage is one, seemingly positive instance, there are many others, and I suppose they have been given a positive spin too. So that, because as Philip DeFranco also said, you're essentially pushing to be fired, because that is the natural result of these combinations of things, because you're asking for government to raise the minimum wage. You want to have more money via coercion. Licenses, including for selling lemonade, and you must be familiar with how hard it is to get a business up and going. What better way to create jobs, travel your own path, and decide your own terms and hours? Did you know that the dollar, I'm pretty sure you do, has lost 97% of its value, principally due to inflation enabled by the requirements to pay in the federal dollar notes, and the legality of competing currencies, and the free flow printing, physically and digitally, of money for government spending. All of this destroys and has destroyed the dollar, your ability to get stuff for what you spend. Your dollar, the value of it, has been destroyed in effect. I was reading an article about how in 1915, that $4.15 was about the same as $100 today. And I'll get into that in a moment too. Each of your dollars would start to regain their $33 value. That means if you had $100, you would now have $3,300 in actual spending value, in effect. $3,300 from $100. So getting rid of taxation would have the effect of giving everyone a 33 times raise of what their money can truly earn. This cannot be applied to each person's paycheck directly because it's about whether or not there's global coercion going on, which is the cause of the majority of the problems in the world today, in society, in the environment. All the environmental disasters that you're worried about, they are all caused by government. They are caused by the existence of corporations. Corporations can only exist via government. Without government, there are no corporations. There is no government then that you need to impose regulations, because the government's the cause of it in the first place. Government is the corporations. Businesses cannot be corporations without the government. Corporations need government. That's why I'm talking about this, because people are complaining about capitalism, and then what they mean is corporatism. What they mean is all the corporate status that all the businesses have, that they're required to have to be in business by government, so that the government can put its tentacles in everything and everything. It occurs on a global scale. When you meet people on the street and they don't laugh at you as being naive, being naive for mentioning anarchism, for mentioning anarchy, the global raise of the worth of money is close at hand. And now you probably went, what the hell? You mentioned anarchy. Isn't anarchy chaos? Exactly my point. No, anarchy is not chaos. Anarchy is order. Government is chaos. What you see around you every day that you're worried about and sick in your mind about, what you're worried about in regards to Donald Trump, all that stuff, that's government. That is the creation of government. And if you defend taxation, you are defending the continuing destruction of society. It is the opposite of what they claim. It is Orwellian. And there's the practical worth, too, of raising your wage by 33 times, regaining the value back of the dollar, or of a different currency. I'd love to use Bitcoin, but Carl Molinay hasn't put that thing up yet, and I haven't been able to figure out how to use it. I know that some anarchists do, but I'm not one of them yet. So I'm also using the dollar right now. I'm looking to get into Bitcoin.